Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's going to be 11 p.m. here in Nepal, but yeah, I decided to sit down and make this video. I did film in the morning. To be really honest, it was such an impromptu, thing in my mind that I'll start filming because I'm out, and there was this one. What's wrong with my eyebrow? So yeah, there was this one video that I filmed few days back, which was entirely based on my recommendation on books, my love for books and everything, but it reached till 30 minutes. So I was like very conflicted if I should post that video or not. Yeah, I didn't end up posting because I'm making this video. And yes, I did color my hair. It's not bad, but I'm not really sure about this color, to be really honest. I wanted to go darker this time, and that is why I bought medium blonde, I guess. I don't know, like a shade that was more lean towards the dark side, like darker shades. But yeah, I got this color. If you can see, there's still a little bit of hint of hue of pink that I had before. I don't hate this color. I think it will grow on me eventually, but if it does not, even within a week or so, I'm just gonna change my hair color because yeah, it's my hair, and if I don't like it, I'm not gonna keep it, to be really honest. Another thing, people, when generally they ask me, oh my god, how do you get this color after using a certain color or a shade, that's because I'm just lucky. I'm just blessed when it comes to hair and hair color. And no, my hair is not damaged, just letting you know. It is a bit thing, not frizzy exactly, but it is a bit untamed because I just blow dried my hair, hence all this things, the waves and all that. I usually don't like to use a heat on my hair, especially when I'm coloring, like for a certain time after I color, because yeah, I don't want to put on more damage. But I colored my hair, and then it was night and I didn't want to, like, keep my hair wet while going to bed. So I did dry my hair, and since I was drying, I thought I'd just make some, like, I'll blow dry my hair properly. So yeah, that's that, and let's start with the video. Also, yeah, I was thinking I will film like a before and after of my hair because I bleached my hair 2 days back, and I was like, I'll keep a certain amount of time frame in between bleaching my hair and coloring my hair. But then I was like, that color that my hair had become after bleaching, it was like, ugh, like, don't even want to talk about it. So yeah, I'm in my PJs. Cute. It's my avocado PJs. People who were watching from my college, like previous college, you guys know this. What do we say? My PJ set. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about books. I have some, I guess, around 10-13 books with me today that I am going to share with you all. These are my top favorites, let's just see that, books that I have really loved and enjoyed reading. And yeah, let's hop into the video. Oh yeah, and by the way, this happened today. It's not a cut, it is actually, what happened was, I was trying to close the main door of my house. Like, I did like this. I could not push it this way because since it's summer, it has expanded a bit. So yeah, like, I had to push it through. It's a wooden door, and yeah, I just ended up, like, what do we call it? My skin got pinched in between the doors. I don't know how to put it. Like, yeah, it got stuck. My skin got stuck. Now when I pulled it, yeah, it was fucking painful, to be really honest. It does not hurt that. It's a bit swollen. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I guess it was way worse. It was completely blue and purple, but yeah, it's eventually fading. I guess it will fade over time. It does not hurt that much. It does not burn when it touches water, thank god. But like it does not sting when it's touched with water, thank god. But yeah, it's a bit painful. So anyway, let's hop into the main point, that is books. So let's just hop into it, because it's night and I'm kind of sleepy. So yeah, the first book is by one of my favorite human in this world, a person that I really admire and adore, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It's a book by him. It's A Way of Freedom. So I remember reading this book, I guess, around 3 years, 4 years back. I don't remember, but yeah, almost 4 years back. I read this book 4 years back, and what all I studied from this book still is stuck in my mind, because it made a huge, like not huge, yeah, it made a huge and significant impact on my brain, on my mind, and how I started perceiving things. So this is A Way to Freedom, and by way to freedom it does not mean like running away and all that. By the way to freedom means spiritually, like in your, from your mind and your soul and everything. There are 10 chapters in this book, and I still remember I read each chapter every day, like each day there was a chapter a day, and it was amazing. It talks about nirvana, it talks about karma, it talks about like empathy and all those kind of things. So yeah, this is a very um, enlightening book, like a book that gives you sort of like enlightenment, and like you start to see things differently. So yeah, this, I totally recommend this book. This is by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, The Way to Freedom. So second book is also something related to, like, I don't know how you perceive things. It is Ikigai by Hector Garcia and Frances Morales. I don't know, I'm totally butchered the name, I'm pretty sure. I'm currently reading this book, and to be really honest, I actually know what's in the book, because too many people have it and too many people talk about it. So I kind of know what's inside the book. And I'm also going through something called reader's block, and I cannot move past 10 pages if I sit down to actually read a book. Like, that flow is lost, if you're a reader, you know that there comes a point then you cannot move ahead of a certain point, because of thing called reader's block. So anyone watching, if you have any suggestion or any advice that you can give to me to like remove the block, the reader's block, please comment it down below, because I really want to get into reading again. I have tried so many times, and here I am still stuck in this book. I will read it. I know eventually there will come a day that I will want to read it, and I'll just finish the entire book in, like, I don't know, an hour or two. I'm a very fast reader, by the way. So yeah, that's that. It's Ikigai. I know what's there, and till the pages I have read, it's a really good book. Like, it does help you perceive things in a different way if you're actually like taking advice from the book and not just reading it for the aesthetic. Because look at it, it's a very pretty book. It is like, oh my god, like, it's beautiful. So yeah, plus it's hardcover. I love book with paperback, like hardcover. So yeah, Ikigai. Then there's another book. Okay, so this book, the one that I'm going to talk about, is the first ever biography that I ever read. It's Becoming by Michelle Obama, one of my favorite human in this world. I really admire her, really adore her, and like, she's such an like model, like idol model in my life, an icon for me, to be really honest. And this book was gifted to me by my friend Yankee. Thanks, Yangs. And it took some while to read, because it's quite thick, if you can see. And first of all, this was my first biography, and as you can see, it's really thick, so it took me some time to like get into it, because I am more of a fiction lover, like, and this is a non-fiction book. So yeah, this is a great book, to be really honest. And I loved reading it. It was like as if I was, like going along with her as she was narrating her story in this book. And I was like, oh my god, okay, oh my god. I got so involved in this book at one point in time that I remember, like, I read straight, I guess I was midway or something, but I read around this much in an hour. And I myself was shocked because when I was reading this book, I was having reader's block. I remember very well. But yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing book. If you're going to start reading with biography, you should start with the next book that I'm going to talk about. But if you're already into biography and reading, do not miss this book. It is an absolute like gem, a piece of masterpiece. A piece of masterpiece, an art, just to say that. Amazing book, amazing book. Please read it. So the other book that I have is also a biography, and it is also a gift by my friend from college. He gave me this book. It's An Unsuitable Boy. It's a biography on Karan Johar. Is it a biography or a thing? I guess it is a biography. I'm so sorry if I said it wrong, but then yeah, this book, I remember I really wanted to read this book, and then I was so broke that point that I could not buy it, and eventually with time I got so busy that I forgot about this book. But my friend, he remembered it, and this one day suddenly he was like, I have something for you, and he got it for me. This is very special to me, kind of like really close to my heart. This book is so interesting. I don't know how to even explain it in words. This book is actually so interesting. I don't know how to tell you. People are so like have very conflicted opinions on KJ, but then I love him. I don't care. You can come and debate with me or if you like anything, but then I really like KJ. The influence he has on like Bollywood and the influence he has on people, yeah, there is nepotism, favorism, and all those kind of shit. Let's just keep it aside and just let's talk about this book and himself. KJ is an icon for me because let's just look at him, the way he dresses. He is so unapologetic, and I love it. And this book is very different from the way he is perceived, and he makes himself present like me, how he presents himself in front of the media and everything. But yeah, this is very different from that. It's kind of emotional, it's personal, and there are a few movies that he has mentioned in this book, and then I watched this movie after read this book, and it was amazing. Like I watched it from a very different perspective after reading the book. So yeah, it's An Unsuitable Boy. It's Karan Johar with Poonam Saxena. Do read it. And if you want to start with biography, start with this. It looks kind of thick, but it's really, 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 really interesting. You will really get into the book. I remember telling my friend Yankee when I was reading this book that I got so into it that there was a point I was crying because I don't know why, I just got really overwhelmed, I remember. So yeah, this book is really good, really, really, really good. If you want to start with biographies and everything, this is the one. And eventually when you get into it, this is the one. Don't miss these. So the next is my absolute favorite, the one book that I know no other book can top. My favorite book from one of my favorite authors, John Green. It's Looking for Alaska. Oh my god, I don't know. I can talk for hours about this book. It made such an impact in my life. I cannot explain it in words. I cried, I laughed, I was in joy, I was sorrow. I went to this whole post reading with this book. Like it was like traumatic when the book got over for me. I remember I bawled my eyes over when I finished this book. It is so painfully, beautifully painful. Like it is, oh my god. This is one book that if someone tells me you're gonna die tomorrow and you can only take one book to read for an eternity in hell, like I know I'm going hell, eternity in hell, and this is the book. It's that's why whenever I see white daisies, it reminds me of this book. It's like a baby to me. It's a piece of my heart. I can go on talking about this book. I know a few people who like this book too. It's really amazing. If you haven't read Looking for Alaska, I always suggest Looking for Alaska for people when they ask me what should I read. Looking for Alaska by John Green. It's not too difficult. I won't say it's an easy read, but I won't say it's a very difficult read. So yeah, it's in medium and it's really good. Really, really, really good. Read this, Looking for Alaska by John Green. And another is another favorite of mine. I don't know people are going to judge me or not for this, but this is Two States by Chetan Bhagat. I remember reading this book and getting so involved in the story that I completely forgot about eating, going to the washroom, drinking water, studies. I gave a shit to everything. I was like, fuck it, fuck it. And I just started reading this, started reading, got into a reading journey, and I finished this book in 2 days, I remember. By 2 days, I mean 2 nights. Like during the day, I had school, so yeah. Amazing book, amazing movie. I don't have to say much about it. Very easy read. Do read it if you haven't watched the movie, but I don't think there's anyone who hasn't watched Two States. Amazing movie. Movie? Amazing movie. I mean book. Oh, I was gonna say book. Then it became movies, then it became boobies. Anyway, amazing. Next is a book that left me in tears, in confusion, in anger, in so many emotions, so curious. There was so much curiosity at the end of it. It's The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. It's by John Boyne. I don't know how to pronounce it, but by John B. Let's just call him John B. Amazing book. I know there's a movie, I guess, based on this book, but I haven't watched it yet, and I don't think I want to watch it because books are always better than movies. And the way I have visioned this book in my mind and the way I went with the book, it is so, like, I'm speechless because this book left me, I told you, it was like an emotional roller coaster that I did not want it to get off. I didn't care how many times it like took me around and around, how many times I cried, how many times I smiled, laughed, in sorrow, felt low. This book was everything. This book, I was having a reader's block before reading this book, and when I picked up this book, I got so like into the book itself and the characters and everything that I remember finishing this book in 2 days. It's quite a thing for me because I was having reader's block, so it took me some time, but like amazing book. If you haven't watched it and if you want to cry and feel all the emotions, if you're emotionally numb, is the boy in the striped pajamas is your go-to key to feel something. Next is The Spy by Paulo Coelho. I'm so sorry, I'm just gonna call him Paulo. One of my favorite authors, one of my absolute favorite authors. It's The Spy. It's based on real events, and it's really interesting. If you have a very good imagination, which I think if you're reading books, you do need to have a good imagination for it to completely play in your mind and remember. Amazing book. I really enjoyed reading it. I was like exactly like this when it got over. Amazing book. I will definitely suggest it. It's really interesting to read it because it's from a different time. It's from a different era. So do read it. It's really good. Then another is also by Paulo. I said Paulo is my favorite, one of my favorite. I have a lot of Paulo books. So this is By the River Padera. I sat down and wept. I remember finishing this book in 2 hours. When I was in grade 12, if I'm not wrong. I remember sitting right in this position looking outside. It was raining and I was crying. I was really upset that day, and I finished this book in 2 hours. I completely shut down. Like I locked my room and I was like crying, having all sorts of emotions, and I finished this book, and oh my god, amazing book. Like, just you wanna read this book. Okay, so I have this habit of like, I don't let anyone, by the way, fun fact, I don't let anyone touch my books. I never lend my books. If I ever lend my book to you at any point in life, or if I ever lend you book, you meant something to me, you were very important, just know that. Or else I never even let anyone come close to my books. I'm very protective when it comes to my books. They're my babies. Anyway, so yeah, I do this. I used to do this. Now I like just kind of highlight it, and these are the like lines or words that I really loved. So I just, if there's something that I really love, I just, do this. So yeah, I have highlighted it, and I have also pulled the page, and it says, life existed before we were born and will continue to exist after we leave this world, which is really true. Love Paulo is amazing. Love his book. Another is by my another favorite author, John Green, Turtles All the Way Down. I remember I bought it in Calcutta. This copy for me, and a hard copy for like the hardcover for my guide, who helped me with my thesis. Amazing book. It's really fun to read. I remember I started the book when I was on a flight way back to my college, and I didn't read it throughout the semester, and when I came back I finished it in like, I don't know, 2 days. It's that amazing. It's really fun to read. Do read it. I do consider reading it, is all I have to say. Like, it's John Green, like there's no like, wrong or right about it, but yeah, I love John Green. So others are like in set or in part or in sequel, like those kind of books. So first book, like set, is I too had a love story, and Can Love Happen Twice by Ravinder Singh. So I remember reading these books when I was in school. Very weirdly, this is the first part and this is the second part. I first read the second part and later read the first part. This book, oh my god, everybody who has read this book has cried, including my sister. I remember a friend of mine lent me the copy of this book. I later bought it, and I cannot tell you or explain you in simple words how much I cried, how much this book made an impact in my life for a certain period of time, isn't it? And I just said it anyway. And then yeah, this book is the second part and this is the first part. So if you ever, it's very easy read. Like, it's so interesting, like fucking interesting, that you will not want this to end. So yeah, after finishing this, I again read this. I have read this book twice, that means. And yes, it's amazing, and it's also based on the author's real life. So it's not completely, it's fiction, quite obvious, but then it's also like it also has like real events from his life. So do read it, it's really amazing. I too had a love story and Can Love Happen Twice by Ravinder Singh. By the way, Ravinder Singh is an amazing author. Indian authors are quite underrated. Only few like Chetan Bhagat and everyone has this out and people know them, but then yeah, Ravinder Singh, great. Read his books. I have a lot of Ravinder Singh books. There was this one point that I bought each and every new book that was coming out and getting published, but at certain time I stopped because I was not home and I was in the university. I'm in my college. So yeah, Ravinder Singh, part 1 is I too had a love story. Second is Can Love Happen Twice. Another is a set of poetry, like it's in set, and it's by one of my favorite author, poet, whatever you want to call her, Langleaf. I love Langleaf, and these books are in set, by the way. The first is Love and Misadventure, second is Lullabies, third is Memories, and fourth is The Universe of Us. I have read the first 3. This one's left to read, and I'm hoping to read it soon. It's poetry, so yeah, it's just like simple poetry, nothing much. So these two combined is this, and this one is completely different, but this is an entire set. Like, you can see the cover, it has very similar, I'm so sorry, there's this very similar aesthetic. Amazing book. If you ever want to dive into poetry and very heart-wrenching words and lines, consider Langleaf. Like, I know there's Rupi Kaur as well. I like her, I like her, but I don't like love her work. It's not bad. Of course, it's not bad. She's a great poet, author, but yeah, I'll still prefer Langleaf. Like, it's just my personal opinion. Langleaf. Get the set if you can and start reading. Amazing book. Amazing, amazing. It's lovely. It's just lovely. I have cried and smiled in pain when I read the book. So last is a bunch. It's the 50 Shades trilogy, however you want to say it. It's this. First is Grey. It is the 50 Shades of Grey, but in words of Christian Grey. So it's from his perspective, because the other, like, actually the entire franchise is based on actually Anastasia Steele's perspective, but this one book is based on Christian Grey's perspective, and I like this better than Anastasia, I'm not gonna lie. Love the book, love the book. First part. Second is 50 Shades Freed. Second is 50 Shades Darker, I guess. I'm so confused. Yeah, second is 50 Shades Darker, sorry. So 50 Shades Darker is actually my favorite out of the three. Favorite one out of the three. Amazing book. I can read it again, even though it's really thick. It took me some time to get through all the books, quite obvious, but it's amazing. And last but not the least is the 50 Shades Freed. 50 Shades Freed's ending is kind of different from the movie. Another thing that I want to say about this set, like the trilogy or trilogy, however you want to say it, is that it's not as how it is, like, put out there in the movie. It's kind of different, to be really honest, because it's not just about like sex and like all that in the movie. It's not very like sexual. It is the entire thing is based on that, but then the thing is that it has emotions. It has a lot of emotions, feelings that is completely eradicated in the movie. They didn't put it. They just put the sex and the chemistry and all those between the two, the money and all those things, but then actually it is really good. Actually, this set is of book is really good. I will not tell you to go and read it, because I know all of you watched the movie by now, I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, if you really want to know actually what happened in the stories, please go. 1, 2, 3. This is my favorite out of the three, and it's really good. In this book, I remember crying, the second one, the darker one, because it has so many raw emotions. And as I was like thinking in my head, I was like, oh fuck, why is this happening? I'm literally questioning everything at that point. Another thing, I read all the books before I watched the movie. So before I watched the first movie, I read Grey. Second movie, I read this. Then I watched the movie, and third, and then I watched the movie, because quite obvious, I didn't want to spoil it for me. And of course, as I said, books are always better than movies. So yeah, these are my favorites and my recommended books. Really good. Please read them if you really want to like get into reading, or like if you want to just like are a reader and want new recommendations. And if there's anything that you want me to read, or something that can really you think that, oh, I should read, please comment down below, because I'm open to reading. And please, if you have any advice on removing the reader's block, I'll be more than happy. I'll be really happy, because I really want to get into reading. So as I said, I want to get into reading. There are 3 books that I really desperately want to read, but as I open it, I just cannot. Also because I'm really busy because of my university and everything else that's going on. So that, and the 3 books that I really want to read are these. First is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Nicola Yoon. The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. And second is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Anyways, it's Kite Runner. And third is by Haruki Murakami, Norwegian Wood. and this one is the most recommended book to me by far. I really want to read it. This is a book by my friend. He gifted to me when I was okay. So we went to this bookstore together. I bought Ikigai and he bought me this. So he was like, choose whatever you want, I'll buy you one book, and that was really sweet. People who have ever gifted me books, you guys will always have a very special place in my heart, because these are the best books, like gifts for me. Anyway, yeah, this is Murakami, and Murakami is like Norwegian wood. I really want to read it, but as I said, I'm really busy, and I want to read it, but then I'm having reader's block. As soon as I open it, I just cannot. And then there is The Sun Is Also a Star. I was so excited when I bought this book because, oh fuck, I want to read it. But then I could not, because I was at that point when I bought this book, I was already reading another book. So yeah, my sister read this book halfway and then she could not complete it. When she went to China, she took the book to read it over the flight and whenever she was free. But she only finished half and she was like, it's a really good book. I don't know how can she not like read it completely. I'm like, but then yeah. Then there's The Kite Runner. The Kite Runner, I have started this book twice, and still I cannot. I always start this book when I am having reader's block. I don't know why. And yeah, I really want to read this book, and I guess subconsciously I'm not being able to read the book because I know it's sad, and I'll end up feeling low, and like I get too much into the character and like emotions of the book that I completely forget that it's a piece of fiction. So anyway, these 3 books are the books that I really want to read, and if there's any other recommendations from you guys, please leave them down below and I will definitely read them. So yeah, with this I want to end the video. I was thinking I will continue tomorrow because I have very busy day tomorrow, but then at the same time I know I won't be able to take out my phone and vlog as well. So yeah, with that I would like to end this video, and I will update you guys on my hair situation. I kind of like it now that I look at it, but then I don't know, I'm very choosy when it comes to hair color. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video in here. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's gonna be a long video, but then please watch it. And if you've made it till this far, please like, share, subscribe and comment. Please like the video. It's very difficult for the reach, like the more you like, the more people who like this video, the more better for the reach and all that. So yeah, please like the video, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, take care, stay safe, and I hope you're all having a good time. And if you're going through something shitty, it's okay, that too shall pass, is all that I have to say. So yeah, with that I'd like to end this video. Also, it's almost past 11. I'm pretty sure I need to sleep because I have a very busy day tomorrow and I have to wake up at 6 in the morning. So yeah, with that I'd like to end the video. Bye bye, take care, toodles.